Have you ever wondered how interconnected everything is? If you stop and think about it, it's mind blowing. At least it's been for me when I first started to understand how connected the whole thing of life, relationships, people, nature, universe, everything basically is. There is no one thing without the other. This episode has been inspired by a documentary I've been watching recently that talks about how everything is so connected that it can exist without the other. And I'll try to explain it a little bit, what it means and how you can benefit from it, and why it's important that we understand that we are very profoundly connected with everything that is around us. The example that I can use is, and it will maybe help you trigger your thoughts or thinking in that manner, is you can't have a conversation with somebody who is not there with you. For example, you're sitting with your, I don't know, with your considerate part, or with your friend, or with your family, or whoever. You can't have a dialogue, or you can't talk with them if they don't respond somehow, even if that is in anger, even if that is in bad bad ways, or that you think they're not listening or whatever, but they're necessary for you to express. And this is really profound when you start to understand it, because everything you say and do needs the opposite, or needs something to resonate with. And this is true for everything, in a small scale when it comes to a conversation, or in a broad scale or a big grand scale like the universe. And this is really, really intriguing and mind-blowing when you think about it. The documentary that I watched recently talked about Niels Bohr idea of interconnection, or quantum entanglement, and on the opposite side, Albert Einstein, who said this is not possible. But they've done a research, a study recently, and an experiment that proves that everything in the universe is connected, and it's relating to other things some way or the other. And when this is the case, or when you think about it that way, in this, from this profound place, or the interconnectivity of everything in the universe, even our personal relationships, they're so connected, and everything that we do or say or utter are unbelievably connected and relatable, and codependent. When you come to that place and to that understanding, you can understand and you can start seeing the beauty of life, and how important it is that we have all kinds of experiences, even those we call negative or bad. And you come to understand why it's so important that we profoundly come to understand the life itself. And this is how we can do it, because if everything is connected, as it's been proven, then a lot of things that we're doing today are obsolete, and they don't need to happen in some way or the other. And I'm meaning, although I already pointed out that all the bad things that we call so are important and needed, yes, but there are things, if we raise the vibration and the consciousness and understanding of interconnectivity of everything there is in the universe, it gives us a whole new dimension to work with, or the whole new area around to which we can work and build and understand, as we did so far. Because if we think we're small, and if we think that we are not connected, or that we're separate one way or the other, we don't have this, we don't have the obligation, we don't have the understanding, we don't have the means. But once we understand, we discover we have the means, we're connected, and we can raise all standards a lot higher than we have right now. Everything in the evolution of experience, of what kind of any kind of experience, is important, and it's led us to this place. But if we integrate this knowledge, this entanglement or interconnectivity that we're all part of, and deep understanding that comes from that, we can raise a lot of standards a lot higher. And with that, expectations, and the way we live, and the way we contribute, and the way we understand, and the way we participate in life. This is really profound information, and really profound thing that I believe everyone should think about, contemplate on, and try to understand and integrate it. Because once we start to understand that in a deep level of meditation and contemplation and all these kind of things that we can do internally, it's amazing, it's mind-blowing. I've been awestruck by these possibilities, or the new possibilities that come out of such an information and experience after that. And I believe we are living in an era that is going to allow us for the first time to see a lot more enlightened people, a lot more conscious people, and that's really something for me. And it helps me and encourages me to look positively into the future and what else is possible. So this integration, this quantum entanglement, this relationship between everything in the universe is so profound, and it's so deep, and it's so relieving in the other hand. And I hope that when you do your studying, when you contemplate, when you meditate, when you read, when you watch documentaries, and when you observe life, you come in contact with that and you feel it. And once you do that, it's hard to have so many negative emotions. It's hard to be negative in general. It comes with a whole new sense of purpose and interest in life, and it's really profound. So this has been happening last week. So I hope I did a little bit of motivation there for a better future. I encourage you to read or do watch it. It's really something. So I'll see you next week.